This call is now.
Audible, sir.
Hello,
Hello, sir. You are audible,
it
sir.
is audible, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, anybody?
You are audible, sir.
Hello?
Audible, sir.
I am not getting. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Audible, sir.
Ah, so we will going to start today's lectures. 1 minute. Hmm. So let us we start the revision of previous lectures, and after that we'll continue. So last time we have gone through the string diagrams. What is the importance of string diagrams? In the shop floors, actually movement of man or materials that it has been traced, and why we are using these string diagrams even though there is a uh, flow diagram is present. Main we are using string diagrams. If the cross movement is there, it has been traced by string diagram. So this hello, hello, hello. It is audible, no? Hello, anybody?
Sir, yes,
Hello, my sound is audible.
Hello.
Hello, yes, anybody is there?
Yes, sir. You are
Ah,
audible.
shall I? Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. So importance of our string diagrams, any cross movement of material or man that has been traced by using this string diagram. How to prepare that? You can take one boards and you can fit the pin over this, and from the originals to the final movements of materials or man that has been traced by using the string diagram. So this is the one diagram we have shown. So store is there, and at last stock room is there. So material movements, it can move from store to machine 1, 3, 4, 2, 5, and 6, and at last stock room. So with this representations, we come to know that there is a cross movement. So how to remove this cross movement so that there is a smooth flow of man or a machine or any material part. This will get through this string diagram. Now the use of string diagrams, it is useful in dealing with complex movement. Any critical movement is there, over-utilization, under-utilization path is there. We can check it and make the improvement. The movements patterns we have to decide, and with help of this we can go for the production or a process type of layout. So main disadvantages of the string diagrams, any curvilinear path is there, we cannot use this string diagram. The travel chart. So in our flow diagram and string diagrams, we have traced the path of materials or man. But in these two diagrams, we have not counted the weight or the quantity. So in order to get the information about the weight, quantity, etc., we require travel chart. So last times we have taken one example of this in industry. So here three products are there and six departments are there. So three products, their movement it is given A, B, C, and their sequence is given, and ultimately we have traced this part. So it is very simple to trace these tables. See that in our present example, annually demand of each product is 9,000 members. In this given example, and each product 100 to 100 pieces. Actually, it is handled by the forklift. So out of 9,000, how much for A? Out of 9,000, how much for B? Out of 9,000, how much for C? So this we have to calculate, and we can make the horizontal and vertical sequence of the same department. So see this diagram. Here is the movement from the department and movement to the department. So let us take one example. A. A parts how much quantity to be lifted, that is 100 out of 9,000. If 9,000 divided by 100, so it will become 90. So let us see this moment of this U to W in the chart. U to W. So U, this is the moment from the department, and W, that is department. Here is A90. So similarly, you can put the various departments A90, and horizontal and vertically you can make the addition of this. Similarly, for B also, you can go the sequence what actually given in the problem. For C also, you can go in the similar way, and ultimately you can count the total horizontal and vertical, and it is actually shown by the lines or any shaded lines. So from the charts, what things will get, the each movement, it is more the path is given, quantity is given, and how we can reduce so that it will observe the equality in the movement. So we can make in the correction in the charts, and we can make the modified chart of this. So this is about the travel chart. So these things we have seen in the last lecture. Once again, I will repeat in chart: flow chart, string diagram, and travel chart. Flow chart, it is actually used for tracing the man or material movement. String diagram is also tracing man or material's movement, but string diagram, any cross movement can be measured, which is not measured by flow diagram. And this travel chart, any quantity or any weight, this thing which is not measured in flow diagram and string diagram, it can be measured in the this chart. So this is the major difference between three charts: flow chart, string diagram. In the flow diagram, uh, and our string diagram and this travel chart. Okay. Now next, template and models. Lightly we have gone through this. What is the template and models? So model means a replica of the component to be produced. For example, we are producing casting. Whatever patterns we are making, this is also called model. And templates, it is actually the scale which is required in the production. I have given the last time one example. In sugar industry, there is a need of flats, cane carriage slabs, or bagasse carriage slabs. In the measuring conditions, we have to make a template as per the drawing, and in production, with help of template, we can measure the different dimensions of the parts. So dimensional measurement purpose, we are using templates, and what is actually the product, this we can see under the models. This is the difference between template and models. Now, advantages of template and models I have given here. Photographic ads, last time we have seen. Photograph, any small movement is there, here we require photograph. And by using slow motion, we can delete some movement in order to increase the production and productivity. But this photographic point, it is not in our syllabus, but examinations, any competitive exams or any examinations are just like it. Sometimes the question will be there. That's why. So I have taken this point. The advantages of photography and the advantages of the SIMO film, it is given here. And main purpose of the charts to measure the small things which is not expected in the working condition. Okay. Now micro machines. Now let us we will start today's this micro machine study. Many repetitive operation of short cycle like component assembly, packing, inspection, separation of fixed jobs, clerical operations, the quick movement of hand which can be accurately studied using this operation chart. Now this micro motion study, it is actually just like 200 process chart. Any small movements made by our two hands that can be noted under this micro motion study. So here is also we required camera or film. We have to record the ongoing activity, and through the slow motions we can observe what actually movement by made by left and right hand, and which is the unwanted activity. We can trace on that and we can neglect that activity and make the improvement in the ongoing process. So this is the concept of the micro motion study. In certain types of operation which are repeated thousands of times, so when we can use this micro motion study, when in the operation a number of repetitive motions are there. For example, the assembly of carburetors. Here a number of holes are there, so the taps are there, and we are doing the assembly of the carburetors by using the two hands. So whenever the carburetor assembly is going on, and here we have to study about the micro motion, which is actually downtimes exist in the operations that we have to study and make the improvement for this. Now, in such case, it is better to do detailed study of operations to determine where the movements and efforts can be saved. To develop the best possible movement, which will be operators to perform repetitive jobs, which is less fatigue. Micro motion always expensive to conduct, therefore it should be applied only if it is use justifies investment. So in short, what is actually micro motions? Let us consider assembly of the our carburetor assembly. Two parts are there and number of bolts or a number of nuts are there, and we are making the assembly of the carburetor with help of two hands. Now here what actually we want to study, which hand is remain idle and which is unwanted activity of hand, maybe the left hand or a right hand. So through this study, we have to get the unwanted movement, and this unwanted movement we have to reduce, and we have to make that assembly part more productive. So this is the main purpose of micro motion. Why the name is given micro motion? Means micro activity, micro motion, just for holding the bolt, catching the washers, tightening the parts. These are the small activity. So this small activity, while doing this small activity, which activity is unwanted, that we have to study and make the improvement over this. So that's why this is called a micro motion, means small motion of our left and right hand side that we have to notate, and which is the unwanted that we have to remove. This is the micro motion study. Now steps in micro motion study. First, filming the operations to be analyzed. Whatever operation is there, we have to make the film over this, just like picture film. This involves taking picture of operation in motion. Means with help of camera, you have to take the pictures of that operation, ongoing operations, while being performed by the operator. The equipment required for making film or video tape consists of 60 movie camera. So this is the actually old process. Nowadays, hi-fi cameras exist. Nowadays, we can use this camera. But old days, they used to 60 movie camera and micronometer or other useful photographic devices have been used in this micro motion study. So as per our the first step, you have to take the whatever the incidents happening in these operations with help of camera, you can take this. And second, using the data from the film. Once the operation is filmed, the film is processed. Means by the our camera, if we take that film and then film, we have to process. Entire film is available to view with help of projector. This total films we have to put on the project and observe over that project. The film is run at normal speed to get familiar with recording recording since and is processed. Entire film is available to view with help of projector. With whatever film we have taken of present operation, and that film we have to project on projectors and observe that the small activity and which is the unwanted activity. The film is run at normal speed to get familiar with pattern of movement. Since that film, whatever we have taken, that we have to move in slow motion and study about the unwanted activity. Then typical work cycle is selected for analysis. Reading the analysis for a typical work cycle is projected at slow speed. While going for the study of the same, we can concentrate on the such activity which is actually unwanted, what actually you are feeling. Again, you can make the slow speed over this and can be reversed according to the requirement. So such motions or therapies used by the workers are identified, are entered into film analysis. Since a small movement made by the workers, which is actually observed in the film, so that movement it is normally called Therbling or that is called motion. So here in the next PPT, you will get certain Therbling. Therbling means motions made by the workers, making graphical representation of fact. Then SIMO chart is prepared. Means with help of this Therbling. Therbling means motion. Motion actually made by the workers while doing the operations. And we have to make a certain chart. So that chart is called SIMO chart. What is SIMO chart? We'll see later on. But before that, we'll see the Therbling. Therbling means motion. Therblings are diagrammatic representation of movement like search. Now, while making any work, somebody always used to search nut, bolt, washer, etc. This is first activity before going to the final assembly. Then once we get that atom, then we will going to hold that. Then we bring to the position. Then we will go for assembly. So each Therbling has specific color, symbol, letter for recording purpose. So originally Gilbert created 17 Therbling, but in 1940 American Society of Mechanical Engineers added one Therbling of code. So here is a great question. How many Therblings exist in industry engineering? That is the 18. 18 Therblings are there. Therblings means motion which is made by the operators while doing the work. So here the chart is given Therblings, which type of motions are there, symbols, it is given, codes, colors and meaning. So let us go one by one. Therbling number one, search. The symbol is shown just like eyes. The code is given SS, color is black, locate and article. Locate article. Means, suppose we are searching any washer nut, for that activity we can make use of this symbol search. Find. This is just opposite to search, and it is given by F. Color is gray. Mental reaction at the end of search. So while finding what actually mental reaction is there, that you search. Sometimes we waste certain times for exciting purpose, for laughing purpose also, or some other unnecessary or normal activity. So these symbols we have to make use, that is called the find. Then select. It is actually shown by arrow. Code is just the light gray color, choosing an object. So many washers are there. Out of this, which is the best or suitable washer for assembly? We have to choose that, and that is shown by this light color. Code is just in select. Then grasp. After getting that washer with help of our fingers, we can grasp. The symbol is given up, just like half circle. G is there, red, gaining control of an object. Means we have to catch hold that washer. Hold. The after grasping, next step is hold, means we have to take out from that position, that is called hold. Symbols, it is given, it is denoted by H. Gold ochre color is there. Holding an object in a fixed location and a space. Means initially object might be on tables or might be on the floor. We have to catch and hold. So this is the one activity. Transport loaded, means after that we have to bring to some assembly position, that is shown by the symbol as shown in this figure. Code is given TL, green color, movement of an article subord. From there we have to move this. Positions, it is given in this symbol just like 9. P color is there. P code is there, color is blue. Placing on a definite place. Means if you have taken the washer, you can put nearer to bolt or nut. That is the particular position. Assembly. So assembly symbol here it is given. Code is A, color is violet. Putting parts together means washer we can put below the nut or inside the bolt parts, and after that nuts like this assembly will be there. Use. After that, U is there. Purple color. Use of tool to control. This, while tightening, you can use spanners, screwdriver, etc. We can make use of it. Is shown by this assembly. Then the code is given. DA symbol is given. Light violet color, separating parts. Means a nut bolt washer. If you want to make it separate, so these symbols we can use. Inspection or inspect, checking what is the diameter, what is length. So this symbol we can use, then code is just like I burnt, occurs, exam or a test. Then prepositions symbol it is given, the code is given, the display blue color, locating tool or objective for use. It may be horizontal or position, we can say horizontal, vertical, or at an angle. Release leads. So symbol is just like vertical half circle, inside a small circle is there. The code is given RL. Remind, read, reload an article. Means once if you are removed and again we are going for fitting, then you can use this. Transport empty. Without taking atoms, if transportation is there, you can use this. Olive green color is a movement of body without load. Rest symbol is given. Code is R. Orange color. Pause to overcome the fatigue. If certain idleness in the body is there, it is actually denoted by rest. Unavoidable delay is there. It is shown by yellow color. UD is there. Delay in the unavoidable. Means while going some obstacle will come, and because of that ideal delay will be there, we can show like this avoidable delays. If some part is putting or kept on the floor, we can remove this, means that is avoidable delay. So it is actually denoted by the code AD lemon yellow delay, which can be controlled. And last thing is their plan. PN symbol is given in this figure brown color, determine the source of action. So here planning activity, it is actually denoted by this. So these are the 18 symbols normally used in micromotion study. It is called Therbling. So questions always be there. How many Therblings in the industrial engineering to study about the micromotion? So here 18 Therblings are there, 18 movements are there, small movement. It is actually observed by the camera, and all this movement we can put on the projector and observe, which is actually unwanted, not expected or unwanted, we say, that we can remove and we can make the more work in that particular shop floor. Okay, so this is about the Therbling symbol. During starting, one may find it difficult to use the Therbling in chart, but continuous use shows that they have a number of advantages than process charts. Therbling chart symbols are shown in the table. So whatever the Therbling symbols are there, it is shown in the tables, but just like our operation or outline process charts is there. There we are using only inspection and operation symbol. Operation circle is there, inspection, just like rectangular or square is there. But other than this, we can use this symbol, what actually shown in this PPT. This is only for micro motion, small motions. We can use this. Now, Therbling symbols can be used in place of process chart symbol to produce Therbling charts. So, what if you use this symbol in place of process chart, then it will become Therbling chart. This can serve much the same purpose as a flow process or two process chart, means 200 process chart or 4 process chart. Therbling chart is often used as first step towards the construction of chart, that is process on a time scale, in which gathering data must process means of identifying each Therbling and its duration. The most convenient method of collecting data is recording the job on the 60 mm cinema film, and they analyze the film picture by picture. So this concept is very simple. So whatever assembly part is there, operation part is there, and if you want to study of the micro motion, just you have to picturize that thing, and after picturizing that thing, you have to reproduce on the projector and study about the activity, small activity, what actually we have seen in the previous table, and accordingly, which we can make the chart. For example, a hold, you can show the symbol, then code numbers, and after this, how much time is required. Then select is there, code, symbols, how much time is there. So like this, you can go on counting. Then at last, you have to think, is it possible to reduce the times for holding, selecting, searching? So that you have to think and make the improvement over the present method. Means in short, it is very simple. Study about the present methods by using micromotion, and how that micromotions we can get by using cinema film camera. Okay, and after picturizing, you have to make that in slow motions and decide which activity need not be there or which activity has taken more time, and we can reduce. So we can visualize if it is possible to reduce the time of particular, for example, select, holding, transportation, like this, we can reduce the time. and main purpose to increase the production, reduce the downtime and production and productivity. So next part is their SIMO chart, simultaneously motion chart. Means again here is the part of our two-handed. So if you are doing any works by using two hands, that is called simultaneously. If you want to hold any job simultaneously, we are applying our hand on a job. So if this motion is there or this movement is there, then it is called simultaneously motion. Now chart related to this, it is called simultaneously motion chart. So sometimes the question will be there in your gate exam. SIMO stand for. So SIMO stand for simultaneous motion chart. Okay. SIMO chart is graphically representation of micro motion of the leaves of the operator. Leaves means hands of the operator under study. Usually Therbling of the two hands are recorded. Therbling means motion of the two hands. Therbling means motion. Motion of two hands are recorded, but at a time therblings of other sleeves of the operator may be recorded. Means there should be the work of two-handed, but sometimes somebody is doing any work by using one hand, or sometimes anybody can use less use of our left hand, more use of right hand side. So this should not be there. Equal weightage should be there. Simultaneously motion of the both hands should be there. For SIMO chart, field analysis recording of simultaneously motion of different parts of the body of one or more work used. Once again here we can use the field. The SIMO chart is micro motions from the man type of the flow process chart. Generally, SIMO charts are used for analysis of rapid movement of chart duration. Rapid means double movements are there. That movement we can that movement we can use rapid movement of chart duration. Films are prepared, which can be stopped at any place. While taking the film, you can stop it at any time and record the ongoing parts of the motion. Generally, SIMO charts are used for analysis of rapid movement of short duration. Films are prepared, which can be stopped at any time. So while preparing the film, you can stop at any time. To prepare such charts and elaborate the procedure and use of expensive equipments are used. Means again here camera, the stand or any expensive equipment it has been used. Therefore, investment in this justifiable only if there are more benefits than cost. So when we can use the if it is more benefits from the worker's point of view, fatigue point of view, then we can study about this micro. SIMO chart has two columns, one for left hand and one for right hand. Means while making these SIMO charts, you can make one column for left hand, one column for right hand. For example, nut bolt and washer assembly. We are taking nut from one side, means left hand side, next side, right hand side. After that, we are taking the washer. After that, next hand, we are taking screwdriver or spanner and we are going for assembly. So such things can be recorded by using the camera and study about the small movement. Community times scale is placed for both columns for comparison and following SIMO chart show the assembly of nut or bolt. So nut bolt assembly, it is one type of SIMO part, SIMO chart. So while making the nut and bolts, instead of by using one hand, you can make use of two hands. From one hand, you can take the nut, one hand, you can take the bolt. You can go for assembly, tight the spanner, etc. So this motion we have to do the simultaneously. Unnecessary motions we have to reduce. So you have to study about present any assembly by using this field. So here is the chart. SIMO charts examples I have given here. While making charts, operation nut to bolt, film number, operator number, date, started by, method present or proposed, part name and operator. So one side left hand and second side right hand. Symbol is there, time is there, and total times, which is actually counted by using both hands. So here to belt, left hand to belt, and here to nut. So here instead of belt to go for bolt, and here to go for nut. So how much time is required? What is the TA? So what is the symbol is TA? If you go back in the micro motion study, so what is the T here? T is the transport MT. All in green color is there T. So this we can use in this chart T, transportation T. So bolt you can transport, nut you have to transport. Means one hand you have to take bolt, one hand you have to take nut. Grasp, G is there. How much time is there? 10. At the same time, right hand grasp nut. G is there. How much time is there? 10. Similarly, move to assembly. Similarly, move to assembly both hands. Time is 10, 10. Then hold bolt and hold the position over the nut. This is the time. So, if you count the total time separately, then we can think which activity more time is there. Which activity more time is actually required. So that we have to note down. Okay, and think which is activity actually we don't require that we can reduce. So instead of making same chart, you can make separately time for separate activity. For example, to get the bolt, we require 12 minutes, and to get nut also 12 minutes. Equal things are there. For grasp nut, equal things are there. The movement to the assembly, equal minutes are there. And to hold bolt, this is actually variable. Means our fourth active is variable. Either we can reduce the right hand movement. So instead of 10, here should be 8. Okay. And here is the total time it is given 12, 12 plus 10. Okay. 22, 22 plus 10, 32. Okay, 32 plus 10, 42. Like this. This is the cumulative time. But main purpose of the chart, we can give the equal working movement or what we call motions to both our left and right hand side. This is actually um, SIMO chart. Now this cycle graphic and chrono cycle graphic. Now this is not part of our syllabus. This is also used for micro motion study. These methods are developed by one again thinkers, which involve study of movement of operator, hands, finger, and other part of the body. So this part is not in our syllabus, even though what is the main purpose of this? Here in the chart, we can make use of all movement while doing the work, and that it has been recorded. For example, hand, fingers, or other part of body, and then we have to make accordingly the graph of the seams and find out the which is not expected from the manufacturing point of view, or it will take more time in the doing that particular work. So this is actually important of this chart. This is actually not in syllabus, but as the part of sequence I have taken. Similarly, thing is there, critical examination and questioning technique. This is very important. This is actually last part of the chapters. Last part of the chapters, critical examination and questioning technique. Aim of the critical examination is to analyze fact. Means what actually going on, that you have to analyze critically to provide the alternative which forms base for selection development of improved method. Means initially we have to study about the present methods, and after that we have to find out the unnecessary activity, unnecessary times, unnecessary process, and after that you have to take the decision by asking number of questions to you, and what should be the answer of each question, that you have to analyze, and after that you have to select the best method which is used in the your industry. This is actually meaning of critical examination question. Means uh, with help of chart you can ask yourself number of questions, and you can give the answer of your question yourself and find out the alternative, best alternative you have to select. And once yeah, you will feel that this is the best alternative, then you can go for implementation of the same. So here, selection and development of improved methods, following point must be considered in critical examination. Actually, which point actually we required in this critical examinations? First, fact should be examined without any bias. Means there should not be any positive or negative part. Okay. To be freely, you can record all these facts, what is presently going on. Then facts should be examined as they are. Whatever exactly it is going, you have to go for examination. Same fact. Fact means process, operation, assembly, etc. Each step must be analyzed logic. Logic should be there. Why this movement we can avoid? If in the workplace our hand is moving too far, too away from our body, unnecessary fatigue will be there in the body of the operator. Okay, so in order to reduce this fatigue, why we can extend our hand too long, the working place should be nearer to our body. So in this way you can think logically over the different points in the implementation of the present method. Then fourth point, premature judgment should be avoided. There should not be overconfidence or excessive confidence. Means opinion should be opinions regarding uh, existing method should be made after analysis of existing method. Means at last you have to take the decision of the existing method. Critical examination is carried out through systematic questionnaire process. Each activity is recorded on the chart and examined fully. The questioning technique is considered the five heads. So, which type of technique is there in this questioning examination? There are five heads. What is the purpose of this? Place where we can take the this thing, sequence, person, means. One example, if you want to take, let us consider simple example, washer. If you want to manufacture washer, so what is the purpose of washer? Where we can manufacture, which is the place for manufacturing. Now, if you want to manufacture, which should be the sequence? Initially, blanking, piercing, like this sequence should be. Then, which persons actually we require? Means that person must have the press operator's knowledge, tooling's knowledge, or feeding knowledge. And so you can select that person and means. Why we are selected that person, why not other? So like this sequence should be there. Each governing constitution analysis, one aspect of the job should be there. For example, purpose, whether activity is essential, means washer is essential, yes, we can use this washer for typing purpose. Place, whether activity job is carried out, at right place where we can manufacture the washer. At the front side of the industry, back side, or store, or where we can put our this press machine for manufacturing the washer. Sequence, whether activity or job is carried out right place, the sequence should be right. First, there should be blanking, after that piercing. First piercing, after that blanking, if it is there, then it is wrong. This proper sequence should be there. Whether activity job is carried out by right person. Right person means that person having knowledge about press, tooling, feeding knowledge is there, raw material feeding knowledge is there. That is our right person. Means whether activity job is carried out by the right material, tools, equipment, instrument and gauges. Means whatever washers we can manufacture, it is carried out by using raw material. Mild steel is there, unit is there, EN9 is there, tools. Whether progressive tool is there, simple tool is there, the compound tool is there, equipment. Which equipment we can use? That is forklift is we are using, the bar feeding is using, or instrument to check the washer size we are using that vernier, micrometer or gauges. So like this questionnaire will be that. Now next, to ensure each above considerations, primary and secondary questions are asked, which are below. So there are two types of questions while taking examinations of the recorded things, primary questions and secondary questions. So this is the one chart. So in the first left hand side column, the whatever the heads are there. So here five heads are there, five heads given. Primary question and secondary question, two columns are there. Again, below the primary question, basic question and necessity. Secondary question, alternative and the best alternative. So while implementation of the new methods, so first of all, you have to study, once again, I will repeat what is the core concept. First of all, you have to study about the present methods, maybe manufacturing methods, assembly methods, or disassembly methods. You can study it by using a different chart. Find out the unnecessary activity or unnecessary time wasting. You have to find out, and after that, you have to go for such type of questionnaire. And after questionnaire, you can select the best alternative, and after that you have to forward this is the best method over the old method. This is the method. So here head purpose is there. What is purpose? This is the primary question. Why it is necessary? Like this question. What is purpose? Suppose the example is what? What is purpose of washer? Is it necessary? Like this. Place. Where is it done? Why there? No, where we have to manufacture this washer? In front side of industry, near to washer, or near to the assembly section, or this there should be separate shed for this. So why there? And if you have selected that place, you can ask question yourself, why this? If you have selected store is the one of the place for manufacturing, then you can ask why it is nearer to store, because after manufacturing we can collect in the stores, and whenever there is a necessary of the washer we can supply. This is the answer for that. Now sequence, when it done and why then. In the sequence of manufacturing, when we can start, in which is the first operation, which is the second operation, and after that why we can do. Person who does it, who will going to manufacture, why that person. Already I told them, why that person, why not any other person? Because the person having knowledge of tooling, press, etc., you can give the responsibility to that person. Then means how is it done? Then we can decide how we can manufacture this washer. First of all, you have to prepare the piercing tool, blanking tool. Why that way? Why we cannot go for machining, or why we cannot produce the washer from the raw material? why we are going for pressing, why we are not produced washer by forging, why we are not produced washer by casting or any other forming process. You can ask question yourself. So this is the basic questionnaire. And in the secondary questioning, same thing is there. Purpose, what else? Now, if you are not agree about this, then what else we can manage? If you are not agree to manufacture the washer, what else other things we can? Then what should be? In which way that is correct? Where else? Place is there. If the selected place is not useful, then where we can do the next alternative, or you have to select the best alternative by using this. Then sequence, when else, means if that given sequence is not proper, then which sequence will be there and what should be it be done, in which sequence we can do this. Who else, if that given person is not useful for us, then other than this purpose, who will give this responsibility? It should be there. Why should do it? Then why we can do this thing from others? That is the question. Then means how else, means, uh, how this process we can go for uh, using the particular equipment, washers, etc. How it should be done. None other than this, how it is possible to manufacture casting, forging, or other than. Why this is particular process of pressure. So such a primary and secondary question you have to ask, find out the alternative, select the best alternative for the manufacturing. So this is the main purpose of this questionnaire technique. All primary questions must be satisfied the first before secondary questions are applied. Initially, you have to create the primary question in that basic question and ask for the necessity. Then you can go for secondary question. To get answer about primary question must be satisfied first before secondary questions are applied. Primary question are aimed to get answer about 5 points. The primary question need to give answer about the 5 heads: purpose, place, sequence, person, and means. Secondary question helps to discover the possible alternative and select the best alternative. So, what is the um, importance of the secondary question? It will help to discover the possible alternative. The washer, suppose you are manufacturing washer, which are the different activities? Washer we can manufacture by press tools, then washer we can manufacture by using the machines, casting, forging. Now, which is the best that you have to decide, and this question it should be in the secondary question side. So then after that, develop and selection of method. Once you will get agreed, this is the best alternative, then you can select the best selected best alternative you have to develop and uh, make use of the developed methods and maintain that method. The critical development gives various alternatives, but all alternatives are not useful. Some required to discard and because of their non-practicable, less attractive. Is here you have to think over the attractiveness, non-practicable things, what activity you have selected, what operation you have selected, what method you have selected. And development is combination of 3 phases. So evaluation, investigation, and selection. First of all, whatever the developed method is there, you have to evaluate from the costing point of view. Investigation of the same method, is there any problem or is there new methods or it is the right method, you have to go for. After investigation, you have to select the best method. So, development selection, this point it is based on 3 points, that is evaluation. Evaluation means short listing of creative idea in which non-particular, less attractive ideas discarded enough. Means if there are 3, 4 ideas are there, you can discuss these 3 ideas from the cost point of view or whatever the questionnaire we have made before this PPT, and accordingly you can select the best alternative and discarded the remaining part. Then next B point is the fault finding and fault identification. In this, every idea is analyzed in the form of advantages and disadvantages. Whatever idea you have got, you can analyze that idea from the advantages and disadvantages point. If you have selected these press machines to manufacture the water, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? If you uh, selected a forging method for manufacturing the washer, what is the advantages and disadvantages? For forging, we require heating devices. So this is the disadvantages and cost. And after forging, whatever washer we use, according to the purpose of the washer, whether this recrystallization parts, whether actually we require in the assembly or not, this also we can discuss. Now, idea which looks us able are straightway adapted for further use. Whatever the ideas you have got, that we can go for further investigation. Next, if there are technical problems like non-availability of technology, which ideas are discarded? Some idea, for example, press machine is with us, but we don't have the induction furnace or any other furnace for heating purpose, then why we can go for forging that component? So if situation is like this, then we can discard that. Third, idea which cannot be used in practice due to less knowledge or insufficient data. If idea is there, but related to that idea, less knowledge is there, insufficient data is there, you cannot do. Such ideas are not discarded immediately. They are kept for further when proper data is available. Sometimes alternatives are there, but equipment, machinery, it is not available. So because of that, you immediately don't go for discarding this thing. You can think over this, collect the knowledge, data on machinery, then you can. Then fourth, idea having more disadvantages than advantages are examined to see whether deficiency can be removed or not. If deficiencies are removable, idea can be kept aside for further use. Now, every idea having certain advantages and disadvantages, but there should not be more disadvantages. If even though disadvantages over there, you can keep aside and think over this, and after some time, you can go for discarding. Combination of ideas, aspect of material, machine design are used to reduce the number of creative ideas. While implementation of the idea, you can think about the material, which material is required and which machine. Suppose we are manufacturing bearing, which material is required, and to manufacture bearing, which machineries are required. What are the inspection ideas regard measuring instruments are required? That also you can think. Then cost. This is very important. Cost estimation and implementation. Proposed cost expenditure and stages of implementation is creative. Always there should be less costly. So whatever the idea it is in your mind, you can think from the costing point of view. And if the idea of the manufacturing or the which things are you will going to manufacture, it should not be costly, even your good idea. Then this is about the first point, evaluation point. Now, second point is their investigations. Investigations explores as how the idea cleared in evaluation can be converted into the practice. The idea is there, but how to convert it into practice? You have to search for this. Investigation involves preparation of drawing. What it contains in investigation? First of all, you have to prepare the drawing, discuss over the drawing, representation of the different departments. Before making final products, we can make prototypes, conducting trials, run work measurement as per standard study, Then EM is to test each idea for economical technical feasibility there. So initially, investigation should be there. Prepare the drawing, holding, discuss, and through our existing facility, you can develop the product, prototype product, prototype prototype product, and after that we can go for final product. This type of investigation. Then testing of the idea against the technical feasibility. So what are the technical things are there? You have to think over this. Investigation of technical feasibility does not have any set procedure. There is no standard procedure for this investigation of technical feasibility. But analysis need cooperation of representative of different departments for following reasons. So sometimes idea is good, but here actually we can require cooperation from design department, production department, quality control department, heat treatment department, dispatch department. So with their cooperation, we can go for implementation of the technical feasibility. Under this point, different department for following reason, what reason actually we required are expected from the shop floors. The first point, design analysis for change in design, material, variety, size. Means he can take the um, opinion from purchase department about the material, availability, material and size. You can take the opinion from design department about the design. Then next is tool analysis for preparation of designs of these or pictures. While making this product, what actually equipments will require in the manufacture, this picture, etc. And third, store analysis for availability of material and its consumption. Stock means inventory should be there in your industrial premises. If the inventory is there, then we can use of that inventory for manufacturing the product. Then fourth is there purchase analysis to provide the information about price. The purchase department is also equally important while deciding the materials price and existing vendors and availability as per the requirement of the site. Then fifth, production, conducting trial error, proposed method of production, and keeping the record and documenting production. So you can think about production planning and control and their opinions about the present idea. Quality controls, you can contact the quality controls about the process quality, availability of measuring instruments, any defect or any problem in inspection. Then seventh, time study analysis to conduct the work measurement. Means here we have to study about the standard time is required to manufacture any part. So while manufacturing, there should be standard time. If we are going to manufacture the same part above the given standard times, then it will become costly. So we have to manufacture this product as per the standard time. Then cost analysis, getting information about different costs and related to each elements, nut, bolts, and other parts. Cost, which is availability in market, easily availability, and their cost also. This is very important. So these are the testing of idea against technical feasibility. Technical feasibility means what actually exists in our workshop or the shop floors, maybe measuring instrument, maybe availability of machine, maybe materials, maybe the purchase, what are the size of the raw material is available. So technically you can justify whether it is feasible or not feasible. Okay, so now our time is over. Sir. Today we're going to stop here. Next time we see the little bit part of the chapters and we can complete the next chapters and we're going to start third chapter. This is the last chapter of the first section and then we can go for second section. So okay, we'll stop here. Thank you. Recording. Recording.